Okay, 45. 45 and section 3.5 is the transformation. Okay, 45. Star for the basic function. Because a given function, the three typical reference point is 0, 0, 1, 1, and negative 1, negative 1. Okay, the first transformation is this. Corresponding with horizontal shift 1 unit to the right. Okay, so any first component is increasing plus 1. So for example, this point is 0, 0, normally is 1, 0. 1, 1 is 2, 1. So the first component, 1 plus 1 is 2. And the second component stays the same. Okay, now negative 1, negative 1 is transformed like a 0, negative 1. So the last transformation is plus 2. Plus 2 is a vertical shift 2 units over. Entonces it is every second component, porque this is y, is increasing plus 2. So this point is 1, 0, now it's transformed like a 1, 2 here. And this is 2, 1 is 2, 3. This is 3, 2, 3. And this point is 0, 1, negative 1 plus 2 is positive 1. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, 47 is g of x is equal 4 times square root x. So we start for the square root function, basic square root function. And the three reference in point is 0, 0, 1, 1, and 4, 2. Okay, because square root 0 is 0, square root 1 is 1, and square root 4 is 2. Okay, when you multiply by 4, the only thing you should do is multiplication. The second component is y by 4. And the transformation is called a vertical stretch. Okay, 0, 0. Okay, the second component is 0, is 0 times 2 is 0. However, this is 1, 1. When you multiply the second component times 4 is 1, 4. This point. And likewise, this is multiplied 2 times 4 is 8. At this point is the point 4, 8. Okay, and occur the vertical stretch in this direction. Okay, 49. 49 is minus cubic root of x. Okay, this is a basic cubic root graph. The typical point is 0, 0, 1, 1, negative 1, negative 1, and 8, 2, because remember cubic root of a is 2, and likewise cubic root negative a is equal to negative 2. So we have 2 extra point more, 8, 2 and negative 8, negative 2. It's typical odd function. Okay, when you are doing the transformation, you put negative in the front. This is reflection about the x-axis. Why? Because any second component is y, change the sign, and the x stay the same. Suppose this point 0, 0 will stay the same because 0 is special. However, this point is 1, 1 is changed to the 1, negative 1. You see the effect? The second component is change the sign. See, it's positive here, it's negative here. Likewise, this is 8, 2 is transformed like this point is 8, negative 2. And this point is negative 1, negative 1 is transformed negative 1, 1. Completely opposite sign in the second component. Always. It's obvious that this is reflection about the x-axis. Okay, it's like this chord flip it, rotate around the x-axis. Okay, 51. 51 is 2 parenthesis x plus 1 squared minus 3. Okay, we start for the basic parabola. Basic square function is this. You know very well the typical point 0, 0, 1, 1, negative 1, 1, 2, 4, and negative 2, 4. Okay, the first transformation is x plus 1 can represent horizontal shift 1 unit to the left. So any point is decreasing the first component is x 1 unit. So suppose this is 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So this point is transformed like this point. This to this. Likewise, this is 1, 1, subtracting in the first component 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. This point is 2, 4, subtracting the first component 1 is 1, 4. And this is negative 1, 1 is negative 2 here, 1. And this is negative 2, 4 is negative 3, 4. Okay, this is very horizontal shift 1 unit to the left. Okay, the second transformation is multiplication by 2. Multiplication by 2 is obvious, it's vertical stretch. Base stretch, the only transformation is the second component is y. You multiply by 2. So for example, the first component in this case is 0 multiplied by 2 is 0. That point stays the same. This point stays the same, doesn't change. However, this no. This is 0, 1 multiplied the second component by 2 is 0, 2 here. Now this point is 1, 4. When you multiply the second component by 2 is 1, 8. Now likewise, in this case negative 2, 1 is negative 2, 2, and this is negative 3, 4 is negative 3, 8. This is vertical stretch. And now finally it's minus 3, it's vertical shift down. Because every second component is decreasing by 3. So for example, this point is negative 1, 0 would be now this. Negative 1, negative 3, because 0 minus 3 is negative 3. And 0, 2 minus 3 is 2 minus 3 is negative 1. This point is 1, 8 minus 3 is 1, 5. And this point is negative 2, 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So it's negative 2, negative 1. And the last point is negative 3, 8 would be negative 3, 5. And this is the final answer using transformation 1, transformation 2, and transformation 3. Okay, 53 is 2 times radical x minus 2 plus 1. Okay, we start again by the basic square root function. And the 3 reference point is 0, 0, 1, 1, and 4, 2. When you are doing the first transformation, is x minus 2 inside the radical. That means horizontal shift 2 units to the right, because it's minus. Because any first component is increasing plus 2. So at this point, normally 0, 0 would be transformed like 2, 0. So this is transformed to this. And 1, 1 is plus 2. The first component is 1 plus 2 is 3, 1. And this is 4, 2 plus 2 is 6, 2. Okay, horizontal shift 2 units to the right. Okay, the next transformation is multiplication by 2. It's vertical stretch. Using factor 2 is any second component is multiplied by 2. 2, 0 stay the same. Why? Because the second component is 0. Is 0 times 2 is 0. However, this point, no, this point change. This point is 3, 1 multiply the second component by 2 is 3, 2. And this point is 6, 2 multiply the second component by 2 is 2 times 2 is 4. And this is transformed like that. Okay, this is typical vertical stretch. Now, the last transformation. The last transformation is plus 1. Plus 1 is vertical shift up. Therefore, any point is increasing the second component plus 1. So at this point is 2, 0 would be 2, 1. This point is 3, 2 is increasing 3, 3. And this point is 6, 4 is increasing 6, 5. And this is the new graph que corresponde with the final answer.